Imagine standing in line on a bright Saturday morning, holding your voter card and waiting to decide the future of your community. You drop your paper into the box, but as you walk away, one question stays with you. What happens to that paper now? Does it truly count? Today, at the presidential villa in Abuja, that question moved closer to an answer. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has officially signed the amended Electoral Act of 2026 into law. This is not just another government document. It sets the rules that will guide the 2027 general elections and beyond. It affects every Nigerian who believes their vote should matter. The president signed the bill just one day after it was passed by the National Assembly, showing urgency. With the Senate President and Speaker present, he made it clear that these new provisions are now the law of the land. But what exactly has changed, and how does it affect you? One major change concerns the election timeline. The next general elections are scheduled for February 2027. Under the previous law, the electoral body, Independent Electoral National Commission (INEC), was required to give a 360-day notice before elections. The amended law reduces that period to 300 days. Why? Lawmakers realized that maintaining the old timeline would have placed the 2027 elections during the holy month of Ramadan. For many Nigerians, that period is devoted to fasting and prayer. Adjusting the timeline is meant to respect religious obligations and ensure citizens can fully participate in the democratic process without unnecessary strain. Democracy works best when it considers the realities of its people. If you find this explanation helpful and want to stay informed about how these changes will affect your community, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us break down complex national issues in a simple way. Now, let's address the most debated issue: technology. Since the 2023 elections, Nigerians have argued intensely about electronic transmission of results and the use of BVAS machines. Many civil society groups and opposition parties pushed for a law that would make electronic transmission mandatory in real time. Their belief is simple. If results are uploaded immediately from polling units, it becomes harder to alter them later. On the other hand, some lawmakers raised concerns about network coverage and electricity in rural areas. They warned that if electronic transmission became compulsory and technical failures occurred, entire elections in certain areas could be invalidated. The final version of the law takes a middle position. It does not make electronic transmission mandatory in every case. Instead, it gives INEC the authority to determine how results are transmitted. The Commission will prescribe the method it considers appropriate. President Tinubu explained that while technology is valuable, it also comes with risks such as glitches and possible hacking. He emphasized that manual ballot papers remain the foundation of the voting process. For him, the human-managed count still serves as the primary evidence of voter choice. This balanced approach has generated mixed reactions. Some believe it protects the system from technological breakdowns. Others worry it leaves room for the same disputes that have troubled previous elections. Another key amendment focuses on voter card abuse. The buying and selling of permanent voter cards has been a serious concern in many communities. Under the new law, while the prison term remains 2 years, the fine for tampering with or trading PVCs has increased significantly. Offenders can now face a fine of up to 5 million naira. This sends a strong message. Your voter card is not a commodity, it is your power. By raising the penalty, lawmakers hope to discourage those who try to undermine the electoral process. Political party timelines have also changed. Parties are now required to submit the names of their candidates at least 90 days before the election instead of the previous 180 days. This gives parties more time to manage primaries and resolve internal disputes. For voters, it may mean candidate lists are finalized closer to election day, making campaigns feel more intense and compressed. The law also formally replaces references to smart card readers with BVAS technology. This simply aligns the legal language with what is already being used on the ground. There is another important legal adjustment. lawmakers removed a proposal that would have allowed election disputes to be proven solely through documentary evidence without live witnesses. They maintained that oral testimony remains essential in court. In their view, allowing witnesses to testify in person strengthens accountability and clarity during election petitions. As this historic day closes in Abuja, Nigeria now has a revised electoral framework guiding the path to 2027. President Tinubu has urged Nigerians to maintain confidence in the democratic system. He reminded Nigerians that no matter how detailed laws may be, it is the people who give them life. The Electoral Act of 2026 is now in effect. The countdown to 2027 has begun. If you feel these reforms move Nigeria in the right direction, or if you have concerns, please leave a comment below. And if you haven't yet, subscribing ensures you won't miss our next breakdown of the 2027 election preparations. When you put your phone down tonight, reflect on this. Laws may evolve, technologies may improve, but democracy ultimately depends on the people. The strength of Nigeria lies not in documents signed in Abuja, but in the millions who wake up early, stand patiently in line, and believe their vote can shape the future. The rules have changed. The responsibility remains ours.